Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? My name is VenomZ, and today I'm back with something a bit different, something a bit strange and wacky compared to what I usually do. I've been doing my Godly Weapons series now for quite a few weeks, and recently I've decided that I would basically do some weapon reviews of the weapons that I didn't feel got into the godly status. Now, this is probably a bit because of the fact that the last weapon, which was the SWAT, I added into the godly weapons. I had complaints about because people didn't think it was godly, I didn't think it was any decent or even at all up to scratch with my other weapons that I put in there. So, taking that into consideration, I have now started a new series where I can talk about the weapons which obviously don't fit into the godly weapons categories, but are still good weapons and you guys still may want to use. Now, this weapon for me personally was a fail of a weapon. Then I started using it recently, and that's when it really started to pick up. And I started going stupidly high KDs, getting stupidly high score streaks that I never get, and it just started going up and up with this weapon from there. Now, with this weapon, the FN-FAL, you are going to have to play a little different to what you usually do. Now, personally, for me, when I started using it, I didn't realise that, so that's what made playing with this weapon so difficult, is the fact that I didn't realise you had to play different with it. I just thought, let's go in and run and gun. This is more of a weapon where you kind of hang back just behind the front line while the fighting's going on. You pick off any targets that are running around, but you might think, oh, that's not very good because I'm not going to get much action. But you'd actually be so surprised of how many people try and flank round, things like that the enemies try and do to get around your defence, and you're usually there and usually see them and you kill them. So this weapon is fantastic for that. Accuracy of this weapon is absolutely phenomenal, and up close it's about a 2 to 3 bullet kill if you get all on target. I would not recommend hip firing this weapon unless you've got a laser sight on, for the simple fact that it's nowhere near as effective as looking down sight because of the accuracy rating of this weapon. Definitely recommend that you always aim down sight, even if they're like really close, unless you're literally jabbing them with your gun. Then obviously just rapid fire the trigger. Now, a trigger finger is going to help with this weapon a lot. However, this weapon, although you try and trigger finger it like mad, there is like kind of a cap on it. You can't like go absolutely crazy like you used to with some semi-automatic weapons. Instead, you're quite limited, and it's slower than your fingers going basically. So that's what I'd say with this weapon, is you have to play differently. You can't just play the same, and I think that's a good thing in a way, because instead of just going in there and I just fell down because I'm a pro at this game, but no, seriously, you cannot just go running and gunning with this weapon. The best results you will gain with this weapon, although I'm not saying you're going to fail if you run and gun, in fact it might work out pretty well, however I'm saying that the best results of this weapon that you're going to get are going to be to do with staying just behind the front lines, picking off enemies from long distances, and using the reflex sight and an external sight. I would not recommend using the iron sights, however they are decent, you can use them if you want to. However, for me personally, I did not see them being a favourite of mine, and I want to use the reflex sight or target finder if you want to use that instead. But this is a really good weapon if you want to use reflex or some sort of external sight, which you don't usually use, because I'm quite a big iron sights person. I'd rather have a silencer or FMJ or something like that on my weapon rather than using an external sight such as reflex or millimeter scanner, something like that. I'd much rather use a iron sight, but for this weapon I would say that the reflex sight and things like that are compulsory. Have any other attachment you want. The fast mag makes your weapon feel quite nice and fast, and as you can see there, I picked off 2 guys really nicely in close combat, and one of them had a submachine gun, one of them was trying to kill him with a pistol, probably the overpowered beer gun, but that's not the point. And I managed to beat them in close combat. If you can get accuracy like that in close combat, then you're really going to excel with this weapon and really going to do well. Now, another thing I would say with this weapon is keep an eye on the map, guys. This weapon is very good if you know where the enemies are. If if they keep coming up behind you and things, then this weapon is not going to be good for turning around and drop shotting your enemies. So I would recommend that you keep an eye on the map and play differently to what you usually do. Okay guys, that's it from me, VenomZ, in this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. My subscribers has been going up and up. If you want to subscribe or check out my other videos on my channel, just click on the logo in the top right hand corner and it will take you straight there. Thanks guys, VenomZ here, I'll see you in a bit.